Networks make people's net worth grow. My name is John Aritho, and I'm the General Manager for the Beverly Hills Hotel in Umhlanga, Durban. My early life started in my home country, which is Kenya, and I grew up in a little town on the foothills of Mount Kenya. Grew coffee, and through that I went through my university in India, then traveled on to Sri Lanka and Singapore. At the same time, studying in hotel studies. Worked in various organizations in India, and really learned the trade, and more importantly, the Indian cuisine, which I absolutely love. I chose my career out of the love for food. I loved baking right at a very early age of 9 years. And through that, I had various options as a very good basketball player. So I had to choose between playing basketball professionally or getting into cuisine. And at that time, there were not chefs, it was just really cooks. But it's something that I really loved doing in the 80s. So got into hotel school and did my bachelor's in hotel management. And from there, really, the career grew, and I got into leadership with time. The challenges I've faced along my career have been, moving from country to country, where you've got to adapt to different cultures, adapt to different styles of working, and a lot of other external factors. Moving from a city to city is hard enough, but when you have to move from a country to another country, of which I've done about 16 or 17 countries in my career, it is quite challenging. I think the other challenges also have been, especially in the hotel industry, getting the right staff with the right positive attitude towards guests. That has always been a challenge in some countries more than others. And that has always really been one of my key focus areas, to make sure I get the right people so that they are customer or consumer centric and can be able to deliver the goals of the company. I think I've been successful due mainly to learning from people that have been there before me. I've learned a lot from my leaders, various directors that I've worked under, various managers that I've worked under, and I'm one of those people that I try and learn as much as possible from other people and learn from my own mistakes. The skills that are important to me as a leader, I think the key thing is listening. Listening is right from my staff or people that I work with, listening to what their needs are, listening to what is really troubling them, what makes them happy. And then based on that, I move to the next step, which is your consumer, and as well as the shareholders of the business. If you don't listen to what the shareholders are asking for, what your leaders are asking for, and what your staff are asking for, then I do not think you can be successful. I'm a strong believer in networking. Networks make people's net worth grow. And I've always said, wherever I am, whatever position I am in, whoever I meet, it is for a purpose, and I make sure that there's a connection that helps their business and helps my business grow. My future goals really to continue doing what I'm doing, hopefully to grow with the company. The Beverly Hills is a prime example, being the first 5-star hotel in South Africa. Hopefully that I'm here to make sure that we expand the business into even a more successful business brand. But more simpler than that is really to make sure that people that work under me grow into my shoes and bigger shoes if possible. And for me, that's kind of my future plans. I am inspired by a lot of people. I'm inspired by innovators. I'm inspired by pioneers, people like Richard Branson, times not because of the billions he's made, but just because of the kind of outward thinking and thinking out of the box that he has. When I look at myself and I look at people that have been ahead of me and have worked for years and created great institutions, it's all about perseverance, about focus, and believing in what you can produce. And I think one of the key things is continuously learning. I read as much as I can. I try and learn, enroll myself into various different courses that I can learn. Just continuous education doesn't stop. That's what I would advise the young people, even the older people, I would say so. What I do to disconnect and relax a lot of times goes back to having hobbies and having things that make you smile and happy. Obviously, one has a family, you have to devote quite a lot of time, but I look outside family, work, and try and create a balance. I love nature, I love the outdoors. So I do a lot of motorbike riding. I love old things, so I restore old classic cars in my free time. I try to be as mechanical as possible to understand how things were built. So that's one of the ways I disconnect. My motto to live by is very simple, and it is work hard, but learn to unplug.